Hello everyone, my name's Jerry and today I'm going to build this bad boy. Ta-da! Right, so I'm going to show you how I make my patterns. First off, that's first thing. I'm still not really very good at this, but I'll do my best. So the basic premise of it is, well, let me start off by telling you what this is. This is a foam headpiece that I made. I wrapped my own head with cling film. I wrapped it with duct tape and then cut it out and made the pieces. And I've had it for, Jesus, a few years now. There's cuts all over it. Maybe you can see that sort of stuff on the overhead camera. The ears are rubbish. I have to cut them off. There's no nose. I'm not even sure I got the eye isn't the right spot, but she hasn't done me any wrong. I've managed to get a good few head patterns out of it, and it's good when you do make a helmet because you can sit it on top and, you know, add bits and all. It's handy to have. I also have another garbage one behind there that I've never used. But so basically, now I'm going to wrap half of it because I plan on making it symmetrical. Okay, get the tin foil. I just squish it over it, like as tight as you can. You're trying to make the least amount of wrinkles. I'm making loads as it is. I just use the cheapest duct tape you can get. I think I got this on Amazon, like 4 rolls of it for a tenner or something like that. First things first is to tape it down. And the basic premise is to use this little duct tape as well. Try and use like maybe just one layer of duct tape. I mean, it's not going to kill you if you go over. Like if you use more than one layer, but it's easier to kind of handle if you only use one layer. Get off me! Right. Maybe if I just try putting it on and then ripping it off. I've done this a few times and it's easy to do patterns off like kind of your arms or your legs because they're all kind of like one shape. I always find head patterns hard to work with. Like I have my Batman helmet up there. I'm not sure you can see it on the camera, but it's grand, like it does the job, but it's not exactly the right shape. It kind of sits too high on it. I think if I had like a cast on my own head, I think that would be perfect because I'd always get them right. It'd be the cast on my head would be exactly the way I want it, whereas this thing is just a kind of general approximation. It's actually a little bit bigger. My head is 24 inches around, and this thing is 25, so a little bit bigger, which isn't too bad. Few wrinkles in it, but you know what, does the job, it'll do. I need another small bit of tape because I don't have 4 hands. And what you need to do is, so there's the middle of the helmet, right? So I'll do it on that side actually. I'm just going to tape this bit down. And I had a black marker, and then what you're doing is, I should take that out of my mouth when I'm speaking. Just kind of line it up all the way around the middle, right? And I can draw a line all the way up here. Doesn't have to be bang on, as long as it's close enough. Stupid nose hole. And I tried to put in a nose a few times, I just couldn't get it right. I think I have a picture of it, do I? No, that's what I'm looking for. That'll do me good. Let's see. kind of just looking for the general shape of it. I'll make this out as thin as foam as I can, probably 5mm. I put 3mm on top of it for the trim. Now I'm just drawing the shapes on for now. I'm not going to cut them out just yet. And then I'm going to use a different colour for the visor, just so I know what it is. I'm not putting that bit in, so it'll be eyes up here. Don't go that far. Questioning myself. I'm not talking to myself in this video. Maybe a dart in this, but I'll figure that out when I if I have to put a dart in it when if it doesn't lay flat, I'll put the dart in it then. Right, so best thing to do now is to just take it off. I'm glad I didn't, because normally I'd cover the whole thing in duct tape and then realise I didn't need to cover one half of it, because you only need half of it. Need to put Barry aside for a minute. Yeah, that's what the head is called, Barry. I don't know why. Because this is centimetres, so you can always scan them into the computer to refine them, and I've done that. I just find it hard, if you know what I mean. I find it really hard to be able to do that. I'm not great with vector programs and stuff like that. Like, I'm not sure I can learn. I never knew how to bleed and edit before I started this, so and I do now. Alright, so let me get a bit of cardboard. So I'm trying to get the big bits on first. Yeah, so where are they? Flatten them out as much as you can. And then I'll draw on, not forgetting to use the registration marks. And I was a massive Power Rangers fan when I was growing up, like in the 90s. And I got grief for watching it because I was a teenager, and all the kids were kind of going on and watching other stuff. Like, can't remember what they were watching, but I was watching Power Rangers. And normally you can cut them out with scissors, but I prefer to cut them out with a blade because it's more precise. I'll use only to it loud. This is all stuff I've learned. Like, I've learned all of this from, I think the first person I saw do it was Evil Ted, the pattern out of a helmet. And I've seen probably half a dozen other YouTubers do it this way. That would make SKS props, much props. Even that Zeng Prod lad, haven't seen him making videos in a while. William Shakespeare. Now, it's kind of a handy enough thing to do. This is the next step. So after you do all that, the best thing to do is you can use a little like a blade to cut out these, but I find the little pattern notcher thing is so handy. I think these are just all you used to use on the buses, is it? For stamping your ticket. You know, when you used to get on Dublin bus years ago, they had something like this, and instead of like when the inspector used to go on, instead of checking your ticket like they do now, scan it with a bleeding machine, they just used to clip it. Well, that's where I remember them from anyway. Dublin bus in the 80s. Right. That'll do for now. Right, so don't need you anymore. I'll turn you off for a bit. What you need to do is, when you're drawing these on, don't forget the registration marks. I try not to push down too hard on the foam because it'll leave a bump in it. And then this one's the right side, so that's going to be I again. And then E is here, and then C is here. So if to try and squeeze in, I'll leave that one out. Maybe I'll get these two in here. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to cut these bits out, and then I think it's time for Gerry to go wet. Right, where was I? Yeah, I think I need to cut out a few more of these, don't I? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Need one more of them, don't I? So I need one more of them, and I need a few of these. So let's see what we can get out of this. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when you're ever doing something or concentrating, like reading a book or crafting or things like that, you just get random weird songs stuck in your head. Right now I have that Louis Theroux rap song stuck in my head. My money don't jiggle jiggle. That one. It's driving me mad. Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike the song, but when you hear it 25 million times every day, it drives you crazy. I wonder it's stuck in my head. So what I'm going to do is, when I have this one glued together, I'm going to put it back onto the foam head and then do another layer of duct tape and foam on another layer of tin foil, and why is my brain not working? Tin foil and duct tape. So if I do a layer of tin foil and duct tape on top of the helmet, that way I can get the next layer ready, like, and then a bit of sanding and stuff. I'll just try and maybe wrap them around that. I don't know. We shall see. Ideally, I shouldn't be heating this stuff up on the cutting mat. I should have like a board or a tile or something underneath it, but I don't have any of that, so I'll just be gentle. It seems to be working as well, with the metal bowl kind of dissipates the heat really quickly, whereas if you're trying to stretch over something that's made out of plastic or wood, it'll take a lot longer to cool down. The best way to do it is just to do one side at a time, right, and then glue the two sides together. And normally I'd have like the visor or something cut out or ready to go, or the design on it, but I don't have it on it yet because I want to keep the shape of the helmet as is before I cut the visor. So if I cut the visor in now, it might twist and turn when I'm gluing it together. And I've had that happen to me before by cutting out the visors on the Mandalorians, like cutting it out first. Right, glue time. Right, let's start from, so I'm going to take this off for a sec because it's just going to sit around my neck and annoy me. Trying to remember where the pieces go is even worse. I don't even think that's right. This is hilarious. Right, luckily this is going to be stuck for a little bit longer, so right. Get the other bits out. When I laid them out earlier, I should have took a screenshot so I knew which way they go. Contact cement seems to be still okay. just about. This is like in bits. Look at all the wobbly lines and all because of the way I did it. God damn it, here. Let's see, and now the contact cement out here is too crap. Oh, I'll do my best. I'll solder it on, and I will try, when it's all glued together, I'll try and just get all the it's sanded and whatnot, because right now this is a disaster, and I can always, if it's really bad, I might end up doing another bit. Like, I don't think I've done a video yet where I haven't made a mistake. Nightmare. Well, as long as you don't give up, like, soldier on. It's not the end of the world, you know. No. It's enough of that shite. Let's try a bit. I'm going to try and make these edges better than the last side, the other side, like. It's lumpy. Looks like someone gave it a dig. But it's getting there. Do I dare? Do I dare? I mean, I should really be doing it that way because I've got the alignment marks on the outside. I'm purposely trying to not drop F-bombs in your videos, because I find it hard to beep them out. The other courses I think are alright, but trying to trying to beep out F-bombs and C-bombs and anything else that needs to be beeped out. It's hard, it's not easy to line them up and get it right. Any other courses, easy. It's just, might as well go for it. In my mind, anyway. Glued it all together, but I'm going to need to leave in a, like, I'm going to have to cut a bit off the back maybe and leave in a bit of, maybe a bit of a seam or something, so I can get it on and off. So where's my pencil? If I cut up to like maybe here, and then just put like a reinforcement, like if I put a little bit of foam in here on the inside, up here, just kind of over it, then when I open the back with Velcro or whatever else I'm putting in on it, it'll hold together. Like, I think Velcro. I'm thinking the back of it would be easier to open than the sides, like. But what I need to do really is just let all this shit just sit for a while. I'm not worried about that because that's being cut out. That can all be dremeled. So what I need to do is cut this bit off. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I don't need to keep the registration marks on this part. This video is probably going to be about 5 hours long. While you're waiting for glue to dry, you can always do something else. So while you're waiting for one thing to dry, get something else done, put glue on that, and then while this one's done, you can go back to the bit with the glue on it. If that makes any sense. The idea is that I'll put that there, but again, I think it's too big, so I'm going to have to trim a bit of it. It looks a bit better. The edges need to be edgified. So that goes on there. Nice. I might glue that on there, and then the bit on the edge will go up and around. I wonder if it fits now that I think about it. Now that I have this thing on it. Oh no. Oh no, not at all. I'm gonna put this on again. Let's see. Pretty sure what my eyes will be. Oh yeah, that'd be plenty fine. I used to go all the way over one side. I need to get a bit of tape ready. Duct tape is driving me mad. It keeps curling up. Or duct tape, not duct tape. Like I keep calling it. Right, so there's the edge of the mask. The edge of it. A little bit up. So a little bit up. This is going to be one tough ass pattern. I mean, it's never going to be bloody perfect. I'm never going to get it perfect because I'm doing it by hand, so it's never going to be exactly right. I hope this is coming across well on camera because. I mean, that's what I've got so far. I don't know whether you can see it or not. Where it's coming up. And where it's coming up on the up camera, overhead camera. That could take you hours and hours and hours, but you might just get to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm okay with that. Let's see. I'm glad it can all be one piece, huh? It definitely can be all one piece. Let's see. No. I need to get that on the cardboard first. Curiously cinnamon cereal box, which is rotten by the way. I was ready to jump the gun earlier on as well and just draw it onto the phone straight away, and you can do that. But you have problems with it when you're drawing on the phone because it's not flat. It's like a wobbly bit of tape, like, you know, and it's not going to sit right on the phone. I think I'm going to be done for the night as well once I get this pattern cut out. This is going to take me ages to do, and I should be concentrating on Con Crunch. There we go. Let's see if that'll do. There it goes there. There's the gap. I think I'm ready to do a bit of gluing then. Right, here comes the nervous part, getting this thing on. And I cut my finger earlier on. It's not a bad cut, but plaster shit, it's like fabric and it keeps getting caught on all the bloody glue. Let's get this glued on. Line it up as best I can. I'm actually happy with that. I mean, it was a pain in the balls to get it on. Like, it took really long to get it on. Right, so it's back from plaster dipping. So what I did was, right, I'll show you there, maybe I see better up on the top camera, I don't know. I plaster dipped the whole lot of it black, right? Because when I started to plaster dip it, I was using the white and it wasn't covered. White on white and it wasn't covered. So what I did was I covered the whole thing in black, let that dry, and then taped all these bits off here, and then spray painted the rest of it white, and then took the tape off. Like, there's little bits there that need to be touched up, nothing crazy. But I'm kind of happy with it overall, like, you know. I have the visor cut out, ready to go. So all I really need to do now is paint it, stick the visor in, and put the Velcro on, and we're done. Let's see, this is a bit thick, this stuff. I might have to add a bit of water to it, but we'll see how we get on. Yeah, it's going on good. I'll give it another coat as well, just to be sure, like, afterwards. But it's going on alright. I'm actually really happy with this. Because I tried to make one a couple of years ago and it just didn't turn out right. And I only got about half an hour into it and got frustrated and just left it. Now that I know I'm better at what I'm doing, so to speak, I can was more confident. Now that I know what I'm doing, I was way more confident to get this done this time. Both of these are going to need 2 coats, the gold and the black, the gold and the silver. You have to have a real steady hand for this, which I don't got. Going to be like loads of, well, not loads, but a few wobbly lines around. Right, I'm finished, but I'm not very happy. Now overall I'm very happy with the helmet itself. Turned out great, the design of it was fun making, but the visor, I tried to put the visor in last night and I made a balls of it. I'll show you what I mean here. You're going to see it there. There's bits of glue here. It's kind of wonky. Tore some of the paint off. Yeah. I tried to use hot glue, and the Ryobi hot glue, as good as it is, was too bloody hot and melted some of the visor. Then I decided to use 5-minute epoxy, and it didn't stick in 5 minutes. I was holding on to it for hours. Well, not hours, but a long time anyway. I got it all over my fingers, so I've been using gloves. Then it started to mix with some of the paint that wasn't dry yet. I got paint all over the visor. You can kind of see that in there. Got paint in there. Then I went with super glue, which I should have went in the first place because I've used super glue before. But needless to say, I don't like it. It's a bit of a disaster. But it's not the end of the world, because I have more visors. Just can't find them. They're somewhere in the mess of this house, this room. When I find them, I'm just going to cut it out and replace it and take it slow and go from scratch. But overall, apart from the visor, I'm happy with it. Let me show you. The Velcro at the back of it, there, and you can't really see out of it very well because of the glue got all over the visor. And it fits perfectly, but my beard is hanging out the bottom. But I'm happy with it. I mean, apart from the visor thing, which irked me a lot, it was really annoying me last night. I should have just let all the paint dry and stepped away from it and did it another time. I don't know what you think of it overall. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you think there's another way I could get the visor in without using any of that shit. But that's it for now. I'm going to try and get back to the Batman build. I don't know if I'm going to get it done before Dublin Comic Con because I've so much to do and only about 3 weeks to do it, so I doubt I'll be able to finish it by the time Dublin Comic Con rolls around. If not, I have a backup costume I can just throw on, something easy, and then I'll just concentrate on getting it done properly for next year, next March's Comic Con, or if I go to one in England maybe November, I might have it finished by then. Right, so If you like the video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If there's anything you think I can build that you want me to build, slap it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Good luck. Looks like the egg from Aliens. Hey Google, what time is it?
Okay, but first you'll have to unlock your device.
You're alright.